Hi, my name is Gabriela Santesteban, and I am a member of Group 5. Over the semester, my group and I have compiled a comprehensive report about the major U.S. company, Procter & Gamble. It has been such a learning experience for me, and I look forward to sharing all of our findings with you.
Hello, nice to meet you. My name is Hmong. I'm attending Fresno City College at the moment. Career choices that I would really like to look into include a science or business-based major. My hobbies include reading and cooking. Things I really like are cats, dogs, lizards, and birds, in particular pigeons and hens. Hens and chickens. I really like chickens. They're cute.
Following presentation, my group and I will outline some of the main business points we researched about Procter & Gamble this semester. First, we will take a look at Procter & Gamble's business plan. So how exactly does this company make money? What products do they sell? So on and so forth. We will then move on to explain how each business environment, economic, social, competitive, technology, political, legal, and global, affect Procter & Gamble in the overall market, and how each environment could possibly affect them in the future. This section leads into our financial analysis of Procter & Gamble. We will detail how well Procter & Gamble is doing in the market by explaining the general financials and by comparing them to another industry leader, Unilever. Finally, this presentation will examine who Procter & Gamble sells their products to and how. We will look at who the ideal customer for Procter & Gamble is, and we will also look at their various advertising techniques. Procter & Gamble had really humble beginnings. It began as a small soap and candle making business between two brother-in-laws in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, it is a global Fortune 500 company. Procter & Gamble supplies a large array of personal care and hygiene products. They also sell products related to home, beauty, and health. You probably recognize some of them: Gain, Olay, Dawn, Gillette, Tampax, Bounty, and there are plenty others because there are 66 active brands and they are present in over 70 countries around the world. Their business model is dependent on the growth and continued success of their existing products. Procter & Gamble relies heavily on innovation to increase and maintain profit. For this reason, they place a lot of stock in their research and development department. Procter & Gamble is also a sustainable, environmentally conscious supplier, which really appeals to consumers. Another way they generate profit is by having an extensive product lineup and brands that appeal to every consumer demographic.
When looking at the business environment of Procter & Gamble's customers or demographics in which Procter & Gamble has targeted specifically towards tends to be people of the middle class with disposable income and higher versus lower income, as many of their products are branded products, and branded products versus generic products tend to have a much more premium price versus generic products, which undeniably cost much more less than branded products. Competitors that Procter & Gamble compete against include Unilever and Johnson & Johnson in the consumer goods industry. They tend to compete with these other companies by allowing large retailers like Kmart, Target, and Walmart to sell their products. In regards to the government and legal issues that entail for Procter & Gamble, many of them tend to be resource usage and include things like land usage and land allotment for their factories. In regards to social and cultural and political, social in particular, Procter & Gamble has actually made a stand to be pro-LGBT and has actually released quite a few advertisements that are pro-LGBT and encouraging in society to become more accepting of it, while receiving quite a heavy backlash from many anti-LGBT demographics and customers, as well as other business partners and customers as well. In regards to politics, Procter & Gamble has actually made a stand on environmental usage and how they use the environment for manufacturing of their products. These tend to be included in things like partnering up with environmental organizations that are geared towards assisting consumer goods companies in reducing water usage, electricity and energy usage, as well as land use. Technologically, And Procter and Gamble have gone to the lengths of actually enhancing their technology used towards manufacturing a lot of them, and a lot of them includes using wind power to power their companies, as well as using solar power and other forms of reusable energy to ensure that their companies and factories use as little energy and reduce resource waste as much as possible.
When looking at this 2017 annual report from Procter & Gamble's site, looking at the net sales and total assets and the differences domestically and internationally, it looks as if Procter & Gamble isn't doing well. But they actually are doing well despite these 3 years being listed, because if we actually look at their stocks, we actually see the lowest points is actually hitting high 60s. And looking at this chart, we can actually see that they usually keep their scores in stock-wise near the 80s or higher, sometimes high 70s. But looking at this total annual income, their gross profit has actually been increasing since 2013 from 2016.
Since Procter & Gamble sells a wide range of health, beauty, home, and hygiene products, there isn't a specific consumer that fits their products the best. They kind of fit everyone for the most part. People tend to take care of themselves in their homes. Most people do laundry. Most people wash the dishes. Even Dawn, researchers use Dawn to help animals that have been affected by oil spills and things like that. So most of their products really cater to everyone under the sun. So there isn't really a specific demographic or consumer that they target. If they were going to target someone with some of their products, like some of the beauty products and the menstrual products, you would say that their ideal consumer are females and women, especially young women and post-puberty women. Um, for some products, they advertise towards men and they cater towards men, and for the others, they advertise towards women. But for the most part, they tend to advertise towards everyone. There's a lot of products that are just blanket, advertisement. Like it just appeals to everybody of every gender, race, sex, nature, all that kind of stuff. They advertise using many different media channels. They're online, on TV, in ads, in magazines, billboards, I'm sure. Procter & Gamble spent $7.12 billion in 2017 on advertising. Since the company is global, they cater their advertisements towards the country that they're located in. So advertisements will, as they do, change depending on the country that you're in. And that's it.